Zanna, and today I'm going to be making Ogbono soup. So Ogbono soup is part of the family of okra soup because it's very slimy, and it's also good for children because it helps them to swallow the eba quickly when they're eating it. And as you can see with my other soup videos, some of these ingredients I've never used in the other ones before, so I'm very excited about this particular soup because I'm going to be using some new things. But now here's the part that you've been waiting for, since I just started talking about it. Let's get to the ingredients. So this is my aroma stock powder. This is my crayfish. This is my ogbono, and if you watched my masala soup video, you would see that I actually used ogbono, and right now it's very close to me, so I can smell it, and it doesn't smell nice. This is my onion, and these are my peppers, and I'm going to be using the onion to boil my meat. This is my bitter leaf, and actually after this soup, then tomorrow I'm going to be making bitter leaf soup. So I decided, why not use bitter leaf for this soup? Because you can actually use any vegetable you like. This is the ogbono itself, and the whole ogbono, because this is the ground one, so the whole ogbono will be on the screen right now. This is my catfish. This is my stockfish. This is my shaki. It's part of cow's intestines. I don't know why they're very fuzzy, as you can see. I asked my mum that question, and she said for them to help graze or digest the food. I don't know, but yeah. I've been touching it a lot because of how fuzzy it is. It's very satisfying. So this is a new one, this shaki, and this bitter leaf is also a new one, although I'm quite familiar with it even though it's new. This is my pomo. This is another new one. I haven't used it in my other soups, and it's just the skin of the cow. So as you can see, looks like ogbono soup is mainly cow. This is the beef, and as you know, beef is from cows. And I cut my meat into bite-sized bits, whatever you want to call it. Because yeah, it's just going to be easier for me to eat, so that you can just put it in your mouth and swallow it. Just chew it, swallow. And then my palm oil. So now I hope you like this video. And actually, no, wait. About this pomo, this is not how it would actually look. I was told that it was directly from Nigeria, but by the looks of it, they probably smoked it, because I know this is not how it would look. But yes, I hope you liked this video, and remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know I made any new videos. Let's get cooking! So now I am washing my hands. I don't want to get any bacteria in my soup, and I don't want to end up sick. I want to be healthy so I could be making more food. And I'm adding in my stockfish, my shaki, and my beef. And this is not all the meat for this soup. I'm boiling all the meat, yes, but I'm only using some for this soup, and the rest I'll be using for a soup that I'll be making tomorrow, bitter leaf soup. And also you might be wondering why I'm not adding the pomo with this. It's because the pomo is kind of already cooked, it's smoked. I was actually eating it before I was filming this video, so I'm going to add it later. Anyways, so I'm now adding my aroma stock powder, and the reason why I add aroma stock powder is because I like to stay healthy. Aroma stock powder is actually the healthy version of salt. I use it. You don't have to. You can use salt if you want to, but I use it because I like to be healthy. And now I am quickly cutting my my onions so that I can blend it with my pepper. And normally I wouldn't use onions for soups, but because I want to blend the meat properly, so that both of the soups that I'll be using the meat for would be greater than ever, I want to use the onion to boil it properly. But yeah, and this soup, I was very excited for it, especially because of all of this meat that I haven't used before. So that's also another reason why I wanted to make it the best soup that I have made, with the right procedure. That's if you want to call it that. But anyways, so I've now added my onion and pepper mixture into my pot of meat, and while it is boiling, I am now blending some of my crayfish and my ogiri okbei. And I've only used ogiri okbei twice. Well, this is the second time. I used it before in my masala soup video. I don't really like ogiri okbei because it's very smelly. But anyways, so while my my meat is boiling, I'm also going to boil my bitter leaf. And this bitter leaf, I decided to use bitter leaf. You don't have to use bitter leaf. You can use whichever one you want. But I decided to use it because I'm making bitter leaf soup tomorrow, like I said. And now I've added my pomo. So yes, I told you that I was going to add it later since it was already ready, if you want to say that. It was already smoked, so it was possible to even eat it. And so I'm already having a great time making this soup. And now I'm adding my catfish in. This is just a preparation of the meat. This is a lot of meat, as you can see. A lot. So I had to use the tool pot for it. And now I'm going to try one of the many meat in there. I wanted to try the shaki, since I haven't tried it before. I had already eaten the pomo, like I said, so I wanted to try the shaki since that's the only one I didn't eat. Well, I didn't eat the beef either. But yeah, and it tasted great. It was amazing. I was actually very proud of myself, even though I hadn't finished. But now I am preparing the soup. So that was preparing the meat, and now it's the soup time. So I'm adding my palm oil. And I just need to wait for it for a moment, and then I'm going to add my crayfish and ogiri mixture. So notice that I didn't add it into the meat. I'm adding it into the soup, and then one of the things I've been waiting for, the stirring. I love stirring. And if you haven't cooked before, stirring, well, you should know even if you haven't cooked, but stirring just helps you to mix the food together so that it's like the ingredients are combined so that it can create the great dish that you want. And now I'm adding in my ogbono. I was also looking forward to this one because I've never used ogbono before. I've never made ogbono soup before. So adding the ogbono was a new experience for me. So, and I get excited when I I'm having new experiences, because it makes me very proud of myself to look at the outcome. But anyways, I just added some more water, and it's frying a lot. I like it. It looks satisfying. And the color, sometimes it changes, but anyways, that's just like the science part of it. And now I'm adding in my soup. I mean, not my soup. What? My soup? I'm adding in my meat to create the lovely Ogbono soup. And the soup color has changed again. It went from like dark red to orange now. More science. But anyways, I'm now blending the rest of my crayfish so that I can add it into the soup. And I was proud of myself. It hasn't finished yet, I know, and I hadn't even tasted it yet, but I was very proud. I even kept looking at the camera with all of those funny faces that I was making. But anyways, so I'm adding more stock powder. This soup is quite big, if you would to call it that. I'm calling it big because of the amount of meat. So sometimes I need to add a big amount, well, not too big, but at least a medium-sized amount of stock powder. And now it's time to taste my soup. Can I have a drum roll, please? It tasted nice, but it did need some more stock powder. It needed some more salt, but I'm not using salt, so it was stock powder. But it was still nice, though. I was very, very happy and pleased. But now I added in my extra stock powder. Have you observed that we've had to add stock powder 3 times, and 2 times it was a lot of stock powder. So that's how big the soup is. So now I forgot to say it in when I was explaining the ingredients. So, I added in a little bit of uziza, just to add that sublime flavor. And now I'm adding in my bitter leaf. I didn't really add it in properly, but it was still good anyways. I was supposed to sprinkle it in, but I put in huge clumps, but it's fine. And this is how slimy it is. Now, it's not too slimy, not as slimy as okra, but it's still a bit slimy. And now it's time to taste it. It's been updated with the stock powder, so let's see how it is. Another drum roll, please. And amazing! So looks like that stock powder actually helped. Oh, yeah, I even had to do my dance. It was that good. But anyway, so here is how the soup looked like, and now it's time to dish it out. So this is how it looked like when it was dished out. I hope yours looked the same, and remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I've made any new videos. Bye! Thanks for watching!